18.
Oh, it's still ridiculous. It's just I can't make it any bigger, and I can't read the racks.
You can try going full screen.
I can't go full screen. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't make it any bigger.
Yeah.
I can't read the board. I can read the board. I can't read the racks. I can't read the what's left really. I can make it up, but I can't read the racks at all.
And I had to tell you the racks then.
There's no point because I can't remember them. I don't know what's. I'm gonna have to restart the computer. Yeah. Like I just have to restart the computer. So yeah, I'm gonna jump off the call. Cause.
Okay.
Sorry, David?
Okay, so game 3 we see that Piotr has started with Poi, and then David played Q underneath. And now Piotr has played Rory because he did not have bingo, keeping IS. And he basically fails to draw bingo. So yeah, it looks like David is just going to go and fish by dumping off the 3 most disgusting tiles on his rack, the E, U, and the V. Oh, not the E, but the U and the V.
Okay, I think I fixed it.
Okay, great.
Except the board's upside down, so that doesn't really help. Oh, there we go. It's magic.
So now I'm guessing that he can just fish out the O and pull W over there.
You say that like I'm completely aware of whose turn it actually is.
It's Piotr's turn.
I can see that now.
Piotr's rack is on the top, and yeah, David's rack is
Mm-hmm. Oh, Piotr's draw doesn't look too nice. Give me an M. I'm sure Craig can hear this. Craig, you should set up hotkeys again. Hotkeys was so useful, you have no idea. But oh well.
David does not have a 7, but I'm pretty sure he does have a bingo through the V.
Is this where I guess what it is, or
I mean,
just pretend that I know what it is?
I think he should be able to spot Vapidus.
I spotted it, which
I'm talking about him.
yeah, and him. He should spot it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I looked at that rack. The first thing I saw was Protesi plus D, and then like that's it. That's all I saw.
Well, yeah, you should actually know all the bingos with your letters in them.
I know all the 7s. I know all the 8s. I haven't got all the 9s yet.
I mean, 9's not that important, but
yeah, only in countdown.
Yeah, and in Hong Kong Scrabble.
Maybe it's a big score for Vapidus though, getting the P double.
Yeah, he gets a P on the double. And now he has to find somewhere to fish off SWIM.
Well, you know what they say, just keep swinging.
Yeah, can I check that one? Craig?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Good?
Oh, it got challenged, did it?
89118.
Oh.
+5, -5. What are we doing?
He was challenged, right?
Yeah, because the thing is, because we can't see on Quackle what's been played. There's, we really need that Quackle bit to work out what's happening. Not just for that, but for the score for the move as well. It's just a bit.
Yeah, you probably make the ball a bit smaller, I guess.
Yeah.
So you can see the move on the top.
Yeah, we need to really see what the move is and how much the move scored. Because I think Vapidus scored 84, but I don't want to have to sit there and do maths. Come on, it's a Saturday afternoon. I don't want to do maths. So, would you be tempted here to just fish off M and W with either Wem or Mew? Which one would you prefer?
You can. When. Oh, I mean the Mew takes the L behind, whereas the Wem takes the B behind, so that makes Wem safer. Or you can also just play SWM and play Omar.
I mean, you almost kind of have to keep the duplicate S's as well. And, like, even though everyone says, oh, don't keep duplicates, I
mean...
Drawing 2 tiles when you're fishing is much better than drawing 3. I mean, if Rory took an F, I would definitely suggest playing the duck here. But it doesn't take an S. Only an R, so...
I mean, you also have the Euro. I mean, he managed to draw. He does draw the bingo anyway.
But it's gonna get the best place for it is gonna get quickly blocked by David Webb. It's pretty unlucky though. You choose the more defensive Wem, and your opponent just happens to have the B.
That's because it's David Webb. Yes,
Hashtag luckbox.
Hey, wait. He can just play sorries for a 4-timer, right?
Oh yeah.
Wems is not actually the best spot.
Maybe best in terms of like actually killing off the opening. Because for me personally, there's something about like taking out a triple lane versus a double. Like sometimes doubles
86.
can score a bit less, depending on what's happening.
I guess it's also because the double is a bit harder to take compared to a triple.
Yeah, and what you're giving back off the double as well, you've got to nice X hotspot there. And you know, to use the triple line, you'd actually have to have the B or another S or something.
Yeah.
But I think Davey's looking to get rid of his clunky letters. So 2 of V, F, and P. And I see a play that achieves that.
Yes. He has played favor, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, favor's good. We've also got Vifta.
Oh yeah, Vifta, yeah.
Yeah, there's the whole favor probably score. So what does favor score like? 36. Vifta scores 34. Like, I never know how to evaluate those plays. How do you evaluate them?
Just go for the one that feels nicer.
Is that it? Just which one feels nicer? No magic.
I think here the difference is actually minimal. I mean,
Yeah.
Vifta also opens up the triple lane. Both of them actually open up lanes for you to bingo also. So I mean, I think there's not much difference. Vifta does kill off the X though, so it could be a consideration. Oh no, there's another X spot. So I think I would prefer favor, because Vifta just makes it easy for the opponent to score.
Yeah, I can see what you think about. Hooray for Z maximization! I think that was probably it on this board. The Z. There wasn't really much.
Yeah. The T and the R down there might be useful for later.
It'd be nice to know how much Kaz actually scored. Like, I don't want to have to do maths every time I'm looking at this. 40.
41.
41.
Yeah.
See, that's now caught Piotr up. So, you know, that's really good in the sense that he's now caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was quite behind, I think. If I remember the scores, because I can't see the scores to remember them. Yeah,
I mean, so he was 41 behind. So.
No, I mean even before his double, it's, you know, he was still quite behind, and then now he's caught up. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So I think now he can probably consider. Well, I mean the TR down there is tempting.
Maybe almost decapitator. That's the first thing I see when I look at that. There aren't very many useful floaters on this board, and there aren't very many easy 7 lanes to hit either. And you know, you need an S if you want to use is it column 14? I'm going to completely mess this up. Yeah, using the Erav's hook, and then underneath Hewer making O's. But then you've also got above Hoy, and then that's really it for 7s lanes.
Yeah.
And you know, to go above Hoy, you need to kind of end in ED or a vowel, and even then, that can be quite a lot harder. Harder than you think as well. Oh. Whose phone was that?
Mine.
Yours. Ah. I was gonna say knock off 30 points for that. But you don't have any points to knock off.
Yay. I think I might actually just play Peter here because I mean it actually just scores a lot. It keeps a decent lead.
There aren't many places to score either.
Yeah, exactly, that's why. There's the option to fish for evaporators again by throwing an E, but 3 S's are gone.
And there's no V's left.
No, the V is hanging over there.
Use the V on the board, draw S or blank. I've hit worst odds. But yeah, here's the kind of board where David's probably looking at it. He probably sees patter, pitter, you know, all of that. But for him, it's probably too open. I don't know how. I'm not familiar with how these guys play anymore. But pitter's quite a. For me, it's a really aggressive play because it opens up a triple, and it can open up an easy 80-point bonus lane. And it's not really the point in the game where I'm comfortable doing that. But there's just no other possibilities on the board. There's nowhere else to score at all.
I mean, the thing is that because there's nowhere else to score, you might want to just take the risk here.
Yeah, and that's just it. With defensive players like myself, we don't like even taking those risks because the one time that we take those risks is when our opponent actually hits what we're trying to avoid, which is really awful. I've just looked up all the front extensions for Berry because I want to see someone extend Berry or Berry. I can't even make English words make sense anymore. But yeah, the only extension that would have reached the triple is Canterbury.
Yeah, Canterbury here.
There's also Bunbury. That's cool. That was a new one. Tilbury, Anbury, Rebury, and Unbury. All clang.
Okay.
That makes quite a sound. Yeah, clang does what Piotr wanted. It got rid of his consonants.
Yeah, he dumped his consonants and he blocked off 2 of the important, actually 3 of the important lanes. It seems like Piotr is looking to block off the board a bit more.
Yeah, I think Piotr's probably a slightly more defensive-minded player than David is. I keep wanting to call him Dweeb, just for the fun of it. You know how sometimes you just have, like, people have nicknames and you can't imagine them with calling them any other name? That's what I feel.
I mean, also, we also have a lot of Davids, right? So.
I can hear the clock ticking, or a clock ticking. That's quite worrying.
That's not coming from me.
We just stay silent long enough. Maybe we'll hear this clock tick.
I can't hear it.
Well, I can hear it, and it's not coming from my bedroom. I don't even have a working clock in here.
How do you know what time it is?
Tablet. Ooh, yeah. David's going for not
30.
fishing here, and
I don't think there's any.
I can't blame him for breaking up that rack. There are still 2 blanks on C,
yeah.
and you know, if he just fishes, then he's losing ground on Piotr, because
Yeah,
fishing will typically get you like 10 points, and you know you're not even guaranteed to draw a bonus when you fish.
Mhm.
So
and there are also 2 blanks on scene, so you might just go for picking one of them up.
tile turnover.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You're in the hand of the tile gods when you prioritize tile turnover.
Yeah, when it doesn't work, you'll be sweating all the time. Like, where are the 2 blanks on scene? Where are the blanks? Where are the blanks?
Yeah, like I'm drawing like 20 tiles more than my opponent. Where are these blanks? There's probably like some secret pouch in the bag. But yeah, David's just demonstrated why tile turnover can also look a bit gross. Yeah, that Q and that J, and the board just isn't. I mean,
conducive for either of them.
yeah. Interestingly, David does have a 50+ point play now.
Yeah, he has Jota.
But there are no U's left, and that really is something to think about when you're there with the Q. But thankfully, there's quite a lot of I's and A's and T's still left, and that's always something to think about when you get the Q. Well, I always like to think about not just how many U's are left, or how easy it is to play the Q on the board, but A's and I's and D's and T's are pretty important as well. I remember a time where I managed to get my opponent Q stuck because I exchanged the Q, because there was just no way to really
Play the Q, right?
Yeah, there was just no way to play the Q at all unless you actually got really, really lucky with what you drew. And yeah, I just ended up getting my poor opponent Q stuck after I changed it.
Oh, he's going to go for the blank. I think you probably draw it by now.
Yeah.
8.
It does
But
clear
now-
up his rack a lot, but for 8 points, I suppose it's time to go for the blank though. Especially considering there wasn't really much of an option.
Yeah, I mean, I think his highest score is probably like 15 points the most. He does draw the blank, so that's good. But now David can just play Jota and be up by quite a lot. Like, the Q can be dealt with. I mean, he's going to play the Q first.
He must have just missed Jota completely. There is no way that I would do cat over Jota.
Yeah.
With the amount of eyes still left, both the blanks, you'd be pretty hard done by to actually get stuck with the Q at this point in the game. I don't think there's a reason to do that.
Yeah, can't check that.
Craig?
Yeah, players groups.
77.
The girdle. I guess that's an R anyway. I mean, who knows?
71.
It could be a Q for all we know.
Yeah,
Let it be a Q.
Yeah.
Blank Q. No.
Q,
Yeah,
seven.
of course we know.
Be Geekdle. Yeah, I think the Q80 is going to cost him a bit from the looks of it.
Yeah. I mean, there is also an argument to take the points when they present themselves to you, because there have been countless times I've played, been like, oh, but there's a nice 40-point play over here, and it's, really awesome. And then there's like a more defensive or rack balancey play somewhere else, and I don't go for the points, and I just regret it. Like I never get to use that blank again for anything useful.
Yeah, it does happen like that sometimes, but it actually it's a pretty hard choice because sometimes sometimes you don't know whether to take whether to take extra 20 points and destroy a rack, or to keep a good lead. But the thing is that good leads don't always turn into bingos either. So yeah, I mean, taking the score when you have it is probably the better way to go about it.
Yeah, but luckily for David, he does have another 50-odd point J play going on here. And it's a complete joke.
He'll be a joker if he misses it.
I bet he wish he could draw the joker. Because you
He
know
might.
those French players, they love their blanks. Or their jokers. Yeah, it's hard to imagine him not take... Like, he's actually quite lucky in the respect
Yeah.
that Piotr had a bonus enough to give him this J play back.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes it happens that way, and there's, you know, you're fortunate, but you can't depend on your opponent doing nice things like that.
Bingoing is a nice thing.
Sometimes your opponent bingoing is the best thing that could happen to you,
Yeah, I mean,
which is like crazy to say.
if your opponent bingoing is the best thing happening to you, then you know that's called luck sack.
Yeah.
hmm I don't see much for
Oh my god,
Piotr.
EGINS blank.
Oh no, no!
My
How
god,
dare he?
what was that?
He did draw the Joker. The Joker.
Now he has sex with the Joker.
He can go sexting now. I might as well turn my phone off. I don't want to get none of that. Yeah, I can't imagine Piotr not taking the triple here off the J.
I think he can actually score a lot of points with playing underneath you also. Like,
The best I see is Anon.
Yeah.
And you know, Anon scores.
I mean, yeah, that still leaves a J open, so yeah, I mean. Yeah, I think maybe he's just worried that because if he does take the J, he's going to leave like NON or LOON. Like could be or A or Alu or something.
Yeah,
That
I think
could be,
Anon scores 36.
which is about the same actually.
Yeah, it's almost the same. It's a shame Onion doesn't fit under there.
Yeah.
Oh. Don't you just hate it when you've almost got like the best parallel play ever and it's 1, 2 or 3 letter word that is ruining it for you?
Happens all the time, unfortunately.
Yeah. Our pain is frequent.
33.
Yet we still choose to play this game. So now he's gonna fish for something to put in front of join. Oh, that's his only way to win.
Unless David has a complete brain fart.
I can't imagine. Oh well. I mean, if he decides not to bingo, but
Well-
even then, his rank is so good that he doesn't even have to bingo.
Yeah. You know, he's got the X to score. I'm sure there are actually places to play that X for decent points. I'm not hunting for it right now, but I'm sure there are. But from David's point of view, Piotr can't actually extend join to the triple now. There's only 2.
Yeah.
Into join and Surra join.
So in that case, he can just simply bingo and call it a day.
Yeah, pretty much. He might be slightly worried about a comeback bingo though, but it's hard to see where that comeback bingo is coming from. Like, you have to bonus starting with an N, and that's really hard in itself. Like, maybe he's worried about non-elite. Let's see if I can get that word out, because that would be possible.
I always just call it non-light.
Yeah, I know. I always try and see it like that. Just think of it as something a bit more memorable than what it actually is. Also, any bonus through the O of Joker, you know, that's
Right.
probably it has to end in
Always too
ION,
hard.
and it's still hard. It's really hard to. You'd have to be pretty unlucky if your opponent had the kind of letters that went there.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, his main concern is that he's emptying the bag.
Yes, 75.
Yeah, which is what he's going to do if he bonuses now. And you know, you could argue sometimes that you don't really
Quick.
need
6
to.
yeah, that's good.
I'd have gone for sexting just for fun. But then that's why I'm not a serious player.
80.
Yeah.
I would just play Oxygen for fun.
Yeah, Oxygen would have been nice. That would have fitted under Joker.
Yeah.
And with that kind of play, you're not emptying the bag, and you're still scoring a lot of points. And you've got the last S. And
Yeah.
I don't know how those kind of plays sim in terms of defensiveness and stuff, or how other people see those plays. But I do like the idea of Oxygen, just in terms of what it does.
Because it makes sure that if the opponent bingos, you still can win.
Mhm.
Now this guy he just basically drawn Nematode from the back.
That's not nice of him, is it?
Like we say his racks were swapped, then he just loses the game straight away.
Yeah. Piotr should see here that David's just drawn Nematode from the bag.
I hope so.
And he's going to have to block it. Now, I'm sure, like any of you guys watching, I would hate to draw a parasitic worm from the bag. I
As
mean,
long as you don't put it inside your body, it's fine.
I think my life would be over if I drew a parasitic worm, but there we go. And there's the block with a loofah. Sounds like something that happens when you're trying to fight someone in the bath. Just counter-attacking with a loofah. But yeah, it blocked Nematode. That was really all that he kind of had to achieve with this.
Yeah.
I don't know what oh those numbers in brackets are who's leading and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Because spread isn't really important at this point unless there's a draw. And you'd have to be pretty unlucky
And
to...
even then, he just decides who starts the last game, right?
Yeah. But now it's kind of just a case of playing out. There's not much to the end game.
Yeah.
Other than don't do something stupid. I think that's most people's end games, though.
But you want to see something stupid.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see
As
something
audience.
stupid. We kind of need Mark Nyman's turning over tiles thing. We need him trolling us again. I need more troll in my life.
Yeah, we need to see like an exception to join just for fun.
Just some kind of weird one. Dome join, mode join, mate join. Maybe.
Dome join, yeah.
I can make up tons of words. None of them are any good, but oh well.
But perhaps he should just try playing Nimato with the A still there.
Yeah, maybe it's some kind of variant of Nematode. Naimatode. Well, the shortest sub-anagram that he actually has through that NA is diazomethane. So yeah, if we were playing clabbers and he had a couple of extra letters, yeah, diazomethane.
I think it's high scoring plays to play no the through the end. Just to play NOMADE.
Look, there's still not many scoring spots on this board. In fact, it's probably gotten worse.
I mean, he's still able to score 31 points by playing Nomad.
I don't even know where that is right now, but okay.
The end of there's
Oh yeah.
yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. I thought I saw it and then I didn't.
It's the yeah, the place at the top right corner.
That clock is pretty much mirroring what my brain sounds like right now. I just can't see it. Not for 31 anyway.
It is 31, yeah. NOMADE.
Oh,
the end of
the E on the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Nomade rather than nomad. I love that clock in the background when there's deathly silence. It just mirrors what's going on in someone's head. It's like, yep, somebody's thinking. You can actually hear the cogs turning now.
And we can see David thinking very seriously about how to score the most points, and Piotr like wondering, well, why is my life falling apart?
Yeah, but at the same time, he doesn't really need to think too much about the spreads. You know, it's not like it's a tournament where your victory is determined by your spread.
But that's what he's doing right now.
Yeah, and it's, for me, that's just unnecessary brain power that's being wasted. You know, you're thinking about something that doesn't really need to be thought about. You know, there's, you know, what is it? This is the fourth game of, what, best of 19?
Yeah.
Is it?
They're very long way to go.
Yeah, you might need your brain power for those other 15 games that could happen. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I'm tired and my brain hurts, I don't think too good. I don't think too good anyway, but I think even worse when I'm, you know, when I'm like this.
I mean, we all do stupid things when we're tired because we're able to concentrate.
Yeah. Usually when I'm just tired, I just need some sugar and I'm fine. But I don't think these players' bodies quite, you know, need sugar like I do. You know, they survive on caffeine. Have you seen the amount that these players want their tea breaks? Like, every time you see them between games, they'll have like a cup of tea or coffee.
Yeah, that much I can imagine.
You know, and then there's just me, like, carton of apple juice, sucking the life out of it, you know. Like, yeah, sugar, fructose, all of that stuff.
Yeah, I'll be probably stacking on a gigantic chocolate bar in the meantime.
Yes, that is definitely me.
17.
Which is probably why, you know, diet is so important, and I've got probably one of the worst diets in Scrabble. Yeah, going back to the game, there isn't much to discuss here. It's just playing out as painfully slowly as.
So long to play this end game.
I know. Spread doesn't even matter. Why is this taking so long?
15 now.
Hopefully, they do realise that spread isn't important yet. I mean, I can find some way to make it important, but it's not important.
4, 4, 6, 3,
So yeah, with
6,
that,
3,
David goes 3-1 ahead.